All right, hello. It's about 9 o'clock, September 15th. Welcome to the weather update. A very humid and breezy day today. Still dealing with a little bit of that smoke you can see over us there on that satellite there. You can still see some of the smoke starting to move away. We're still dealing with a little bit of it on the western side of it there, you can see. And here's that cold front that is slowly inching its way toward us with showers and thunderstorms. And if we look at the radar here, you will see that we have the showers and thunderstorms over to our west here, and some of these are severe. However, the slow movement of the front is most likely going to mean by the time they get here, they won't be severe at all. All right, this front is just inching along at a snail's pace. If you look at this on the radio, see severe thunderstorm watch for upstate, but for us, nothing really. And that's pretty much going to be the trend here, is that this front is moving very slow, so it's going to take its time getting through. Let's take a look at some of the observations, and you can see it's breezy with a southwest wind over us, and you can see these dew points are very high, generally dew points in the low 70s, so very humid out there. Farmingdale 75 with a dew point of 70, Islip 75 with a dew point of 72, wind gusts of 25. So we did have that strong south wind, but the sunshine still made it feel kind of pretty uncomfortable today during the day. And if we go ahead and look at the high temperatures for the day, I'm sure you'll see that we had probably got up into the 80s today. Yep, 82 at Farmingdale for a high, 81 at Islip. You'd have to go further out east to avoid the 80s, 79 at Shirley and 79 at West Hampton. And if you were on the South Shore, then you were in the upper 70s. You had to be on the South Shore for that. The more inland you go, the warmer it gets. You go to the North Shore, it's more like in the mid-80s. I got mid-80s on the North Shore there. Even an 89 showing up near Glen Cove. Probably 85. 85 there. It looks like in Fresh Meadows. 88 at LaGuardia. 81 at JFK. 84 in Carl Place. 84 in Central Park for a high, and much warmer as you head into Jersey. You're probably going to see some 90s here for your highs here. With that south wind was more over the land for them. So you have 91 at Newark. Let's see what Toms River got up to. 89 at Lakehurst and 88 in downtown Toms River. So pretty warm. And 90 in the north part of town. So fairly close to 90 in Jersey, just as I expected. And here in the middle of the island, we got into the mid-80s. And the South Shore was enjoying upper 70s for highs today. That was the place to be, as it always is. So let's look at the underground map here, and we'll look at some more conditions here throughout the day. And again, those high dew points with us today, throughout the day, dew points sharing in the low 70s. If we look at Carl Place here, see how hot it got in Carl Place. And then we'll contrast that to the South Shore. 75 right now. Let's see what we got up to. Yep, mid-80s, so 84. Yep, 84. And then you could see after 3 o'clock that breeze kicked in a little more and dropped the temperatures down a little bit. But before it did, it was kind of brutal out there. 84. Again, this is mid-September. Not supposed to be like this in mid-September. This is like August weather. All right. But if we go onto the South Shore, where things are much better, let's take a look at Wantagh. Yeah, let's go to Wantagh. South Wantagh, where I'm sure they didn't even deal with any 80s today. Let's see what they had to have for high. So, well, actually, to get up to 81, but still a little cooler there than here. 81, and then it dropped off. And then if we go up north to the North Shore, it was even worse. If we go look at Glen Cove, for instance, Glen Cove is a very hot place. 88. So there you go. So much hotter in Glen Cove, up to 88. Sea breeze not doing much for them at all. That's why the North Shore, I don't get the North Shore is a very hot place to live. It really is in the summertime. It's worse than the middle of the island in that regard. Like I said, the South Shore is the best place because that's where you get the best breeze. If we go right on the water here on the South Shore here, and let's take a look at right on the water here in Shirley here. Technically, I think that's Mastic Beach, but let's see. Bet you it was only in the 70s there. Yeah, only 79. Yep. And that was it. That's as high as it got. Right on the water, that's the place to be. And I mean, if you're right on the beach, probably was even better. Let's see Fire Island Pines. Let's see how they were. So today's one of those days where you're going to see a lot of those drastic differences. Yeah, only if you were right at the beach, it was only in the upper 70s, but still very humid with those high dew points. Everybody had to deal with that. And as you go into North Patchogue, it's going to represent more of central Suffolk County. They probably got up to 80 today. Let's see. So, yeah, 80.8. Yep, so got up to around 80. Still a little cooler. Just touched 80 very briefly and then went down again. Far enough south that you get a little more of a sea breeze compared to, further inland, But if we go and look at the other spectrum of things, which is New Jersey, we haven't looked at the West Desert in a while because I'm sure they might have even gotten to 90. Let's see what they got up to. Let's see. Okay, the West Desert probably got very hot, I'm sure. Let's see what we got here. 95. I don't know if it got quite that hot. I think there's something wrong with the station. I don't think it got quite that hot. That is the station I normally use, though, so it's not this one. So, whatever. It's hot there. It's hot. Yeah. Hot. Very hot in Jersey. So let's go look at, we have the latest with the tropics. And we have two areas now to watch here in the Atlantic here. Disturbance 1 and Disturbance 2. And these are two areas that will have to be watched. These both have a likelihood we could have two named storms very shortly. Two named storms very shortly. So that's we're going to go to the storm info here, and you can look at these invests here. This is just Nicholas, which is a depression, which is still bringing rain. But if we look at the invests here, 96L and 95L. Well, really, I mean, they have a strong. They don't look all that impressive right now. I mean, there's some shear going on around them. At least see that. 95L looks a little more impressive. This is the one I think that's come up by Africa. So that one looks a little more impressive. But let's take a closer look and see what's going to be happening here. We'll look at the models, and you see we have this cold front that's slowly approaching, but this cold front is going to stall out. And the reason why it's going to stall out is if you look at this jet stream here, it's not really much of one to really bring this front through. All right, you can see that jet stream pattern still kind of ridging there, all right? So it's not going to be, this front is going to have a hard time getting through because of that. So if we move this along here, you will see here comes this front, and that's going to help push this tropical system away here. This could become something here, and it's going to develop offshore. This keeps clouds and the chance for showers in the forecast through Friday, and then by the weekend things should dry out with this high pressure building in, and that should bring us right in the next week with that high pressure as well. So let's take a closer look at what is going to be happening now the next couple of days, and I'm going to look at the HRRR. Don't have enough of that 0Z running because I'm doing the weather update earlier tonight, so I'll have to look at the 18Z run. But you'll see we'll have that slight chance. We'll have that chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning, and then maybe in the afternoon tomorrow. And it's not gonna. It's just gonna be scattered in nature. Friday, it's gonna be a lot more widely scattered. And here's that low again offshore here. That's that low pressure center that will become some kind of tropical storm, probably a named tropical system at this point. But if we look at the winds, winds around it won't be all that strong. If we look at the winds on the HRRR, all right. And with the clouds and the showers around, obviously our temperatures aren't going to be very high. 70s for tomorrow as well as tomorrow. We'll have 70s as well. But it will remain humid. Here's your dew points for tomorrow. Still dealing with the humidity. You can see that drier air tantalizingly close off to the north there. But we're still going to have dew points in the 60s. And for Friday, we're still seeing high dew points. We're seeing more of a stronger east wind and dew points still in the upper 60s, so to low 70s. So it won't be all that. Humidity won't be all that low. If we look at the total amount of precipitation that the HRRR is guessing, you could see it's not much. Some small areas could see up to an inch, but it's not all that much. Depends on where, who gets shower and thunderstorm. It's going to be convective and scattered in nature. It's going to be that kind of deal. Because, again, we have this front that's just kind of stuck here. Stall front syndrome, you could say. This is what the GFS precipitation looks like, and kind of mirrors that idea as well. If we look at the temperatures here, again, Friday, 70s. Thursday, still has Thursday a little warmer. It's still close to 80, oddly enough. Let's look at the dew points as well. So, see the dew points again, still humid. Easterly flow tomorrow, and we're still going to see this humidity, and then the humidity might rise a little bit on Friday with this tropical system, and then as it pulls away, it'll hopefully bring in some drier air, and we'll see dew points drop into the maybe as low as the upper 50s with the northerly winds on Saturday, and then Sunday the winds go a little more easterly. We still have the drier air, and we'll still have somewhat dry air Monday, but it won't be, like I said, it won't be fall-like at all. It's still going to feel very much like summer, because if we look at these high temperatures, I think we're going to be dealing with some 80s. So we got on Long Island, we'll probably be around 80. Jersey in the mid 80s for Saturday. Sunday, maybe a tad warmer, low 80s. So this is, again, well above normal. We're supposed to be for this time of the year. And then Monday, continuing with the above normal temperatures. That's why the climate, when we went over the climate, we have a ridge in the east, so we're going to be above normal with the temperatures. So let's go look at the skies, and I'll go to start with the GFS. Obviously, a good deal of clouds tomorrow, but it looks like it might try to break the sun out for a little bit in the afternoon tomorrow, and that might cause the temperatures to go up a little bit. Friday, the cloud cover is actually thicker. And then for Saturday, we should have mostly sunny skies. This is Saturday. Maybe some clouds hanging out on the east end, maybe. And then Sunday should be also mostly sunny, and Monday as well. So plenty of sunshine, and hopefully we'll get rid of that smoke. We'll have to look at the smoke models as well. That smoke, the air quality is still dealing with that smoke, and every day I have a headache from it. It's awful. It's just awful. Let's go look at the NAM 3 as far as the skies go. And here's the NAM, and you'll see pretty socked in with clouds tomorrow, but there may be some breaks. Here's Friday. And again, fairly socked in, but there may be some breaks with clouds, perhaps. We'd have to wait until Saturday before we can clear that out. RGEM, this is the RGEM model. Here's the RGEM for tomorrow. So plenty of clouds, mostly cloudy conditions, scattered showers. There's that system offshore, and then it finally starts to pull away Saturday, and probably starting off with clouds Saturday, and then sun by the afternoon probably. But yeah, there's your system right there. Right there, you can see it. If we go to the NAM 12, let's do that. Let's look at the NAM 12. So this is the NAM 12 for tomorrow, and you'll see just chances of scattered showers. But it won't be raining all the time, and it's going to be very widely scattered. So it won't be like a steady rain. It's just going to be very scattered, hit or miss showers. And then here's your center of low pressure there. Really, NAM is really aggressively wrapping this thing up, of course. Here it is Sunday, and let's look at the winds around this just for, this could definitely be a tropical storm at some point. I think it will become a tropical storm. I mean, they both have good likelihoods of becoming tropical storms right there. And of course, with that tropical storm offshore, you could see some higher than normal waves, perhaps with that tropical storm offshore. So let's go look at the smoke model here. Right here, HRRR smoke. And what we have is the 23Z. So we'll have to just use that one. And we'll just see. You'll see the smoke is going to be moving away, and we're not going to be dealing with it anymore. It's going to be moving away. So fortunately, we won't have to be dealing with that anymore. Because that smoke was definitely around today, and I mean, if you look at the satellite. We'll look at another satellite, the Motus satellite. You'll definitely be able to see. Yeah, there you go. It's just disgusting. It makes it difficult to breathe. You get a headache from it, and it's miserable. And it's we want to get that. You want clean air, but we do have clean air over here off to the west, which hopefully get into. But we gotta wait for this front to pass by, and the front is going to take its sweet time getting through. Let's go to the windy.com site, which is another site we can use, and just to track this tropical system here. This also gives an interpretation of what the European model, which this uses, will show here. And not really showing much here. Just Friday, Saturday. It doesn't really... It's getting stronger as it moves away, but the impacts for us would be minimal from this. If I could put wind gusts in here, this gets a little more impressive here. This will be a tropical storm, but again, the impacts for our area are going to be fairly minimal from this. If I can go to the waves here, which we'll do here. Let's see, we can see. Maybe it might actually get some wave action here. Let's see. Hey, I don't forecast for surfers. You can see most of the higher waves are offshore, but with it close by here, the ocean could be just a little bit rougher than normal on the weekend, but nothing like what we saw with Larry. That was that was impressive, to say the least. So I think we're going to wrap up this weather update. It does feel like I'm leaving something out, but this is the European model. Again, you see the temperatures for tomorrow here. 70s. And 70s for Friday. Saturday, we'll start warming things up. Sunday, we're starting to... this model runs a little cool. It's a little on the cool side. As far as precipitation goes, I guess we could kind of map out the precipitation with this, too, if you want, to show you, again, the scattered nature of it for your day tomorrow, and Friday as well will be scattered. And you might even see the sun at times. And then hopefully by the weekend we clear this out of here and get some sunshine in. Hopefully some generally comfortable conditions, but it's still going to be summer-like. If you're looking for, normal September weather, if we look at our climate, local past weather here, and look for our... We'll show you how much above normal we are here. Let's go to the daily climate report at iSlip so you get an idea of how much above normal we were today. We're 81. A normal high is supposed to be 75. So we're a good 6 degrees above normal. And the low temperature was way above normal. So, yeah, we are definitely quite a bit above normal with the temperatures for September. And Central Park, that departure is probably even more because it was even warmer there. So Central Park was 85, and their normal high is supposed to be 77. So, yeah, we are way, way, way above normal. The last thing I'll look at, and I don't think it's going to be a factor, is severe weather. And we have that marginal risk that's like over northern part of our area today. I'm not really impressed with them looking tomorrow. It's not going to really be much of anything. So this front is just barely moving. It's just crawling along, and as that runs into the marine air, it's probably going to dissipate any of the thunderstorms. I'm going to look at the Ventus sky and the thunderstorm threat, and look at the Cape levels. You can see most of them are not that impressive, and they're mainly to our north and the west. We can move this to 11 o'clock tonight, and then we can move this to tomorrow. I mean, this just does not look very conducive. Any of the more intense storms would be over the ocean off to our south, as you can see. One thing you will see, though, is that the winds will shift off to the east tomorrow, so it will feel cooler, but it won't really drop the humidity all that much, but it will feel cooler at least. I mean, the humidity might drop a little bit. Look at the dew point here. Let's see. Now, it's still around 70, so it's still dealing with these 70-degree dew points, and here's Friday. Stronger winds, but we still got dew points around 70, and temperatures generally in the mid-70s. So, still dealing with this humidity. And we're going to have to wait until Saturday before we can get rid of it. Again, if we look at the dew points here, see, then they'll come down. Saturday we should have 66. That's not great. I'm telling you, it's just we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait until we see a change in the pattern. right now. And again, if we go back to the models, you have to look at the jet stream, and you have to wait for that jet stream to have a trough in the east. And we finally start seeing maybe some troughs start to come down toward the end of the month, and that's when we'll have some cooler weather. But until then, we're going to be above normal and expect summery weather to continue right into September. I know, it's just ridiculous. I'm tired of sweating. Have a good night.